They gave away my apartment on my birthday. Handed the keys to my sister Ashley like it was a party favor right in front of everyone. Laughter. Applause. A cake from the discount aisle melting in my hands. My mom smiled like she was delivering good news. Since Ashley's getting married soon, we've decided to give her the apartment, she said. You're still figuring life out, Jason. You'll understand one day. Everyone clapped. Except me. Ashley beamed like she just won the lottery. My dad gave me that rehearsed pity pat on the back. Don't take it personally, son, he said. Personally? No, this wasn't personal. This was war. They didn't know that the apartment wasn't in my dad's name. It never was. They didn't know I'd spent 3 years scraping every cent, working brutal hours, skipping meals, coding until sunrise. While they dismissed me as a broke tech nerd, I was quietly building something no one bothered to ask about. Ashley smirked. You'll land on your feet someday, little bro, she whispered. She had no idea what was waiting behind that door. When she turned the key and stepped inside, everything stopped. She didn't smile. She didn't speak. She froze. The living room was simple, but on the wall above the fireplace, a massive black plaque gleamed in gold letters. Property of Jason Miller, CEO. Miller Tech Group. Her face drained of color. What is this? My mom blinked like she didn't understand. You bought this under your company? I smiled. Calm. Cold. No. My company owns the entire building. This unit, one of 48. I let you believe I was just some broke coder. I was busy building an empire. My dad stood there, mouth literally open. The same man who said, apps are for losers at Thanksgiving. Ashley staggered toward the plaque, fingers trembling. But you were living in a rented room, borrowing money. Exactly, I said. I borrowed. I sacrificed. While you were posting luxury dinners and fake laughs, I was working. I never told you, because you never cared to ask. Silence. Not a word. Then I reached into my pocket and handed Ashley a white envelope. She took it with a shaky hand. What's this? She asked. Your wedding gift, I said. She opened it, pulled out a single sheet of paper and a photo. Her eyes locked onto it. It was her fiancé, wrapped around another woman, kissing her like Ashley never existed. What? Her voice cracked. It's from last night, I said. I hired a private investigator 2 weeks ago. Heard him at a bar bragging about how he was using you to get to Dad's money. My mom gasped. Why didn't you say something sooner? I looked at her. You were too busy giving away my home to notice. Ashley stood there, picture in one hand, eviction notice in the other. Her whole life crumbling in seconds. I finally took a bite of that terrible cake. Tasted sweeter than I expected. She whispered, broken. He said he loved me. I didn't flinch. He also said you were spoiled and blind. Ashley looked like she'd just woken up inside a nightmare. Don't worry, I added. He'll be single soon. The girl in the photo. She was just as naive until I showed her this and a copy of his texts. My dad sank into the couch like the wind had been knocked out of him. This can't be happening. Oh, but it is, I said. And I'm not finished. I reached into my jacket, pulled out another envelope, and handed it to my mother. She hesitated, then slowly peeled it open. Her eyes widened. These are bank statements. Correct, I said. From the trust Grandma left for me. The one you said was empty. Her face paled. It wasn't empty. 2 years ago it was rerouted into something called a family vacation fund. My dad turned red. That was for... No, I cut him off. That was for my education. You used it on matching jet skis. My mom started to cry. Ashley looked like her soul had left her body. In one afternoon, she'd lost her engagement, her wedding, her apartment, her world. Then I said the sentence that turned the whole room to stone. This wasn't revenge. This was a reminder. They stared, confused. A reminder, I said, walking toward the door, that I let you take everything from me once, but never again. I paused, one hand on the handle, and smiled without turning around. Enjoy the ride down. The elevator only goes one way when you've been standing on stolen ground. And just like that, I walked out. No one followed. No one dared. The silence behind me was louder than any apology they could have faked. I rode the elevator down, watching my reflection in the steel doors. I didn't look like the Jason they used to mock, the one who skipped family trips, gave cheap gifts, and coded in cafes. That Jason was gone. They buried him. But they didn't know they planted something stronger. My phone buzzed. A message from my assistant. Board ready. Jet fueled. Investors arrived. I smiled. Outside, my black SUV waited. My driver opened the door without a word. As we pulled away, I looked back just once. The apartment that was supposed to be my loss now stood as their reminder. Because I didn't just win, I rewrote the rules. But the story didn't end there. Later that night, Ashley came to my office. No makeup, no heels, no arrogance, just raw regret. Jason, she whispered. I didn't know. I was blind. I was stupid. Please, let me fix this. I looked at her, the same sister who laughed when Mom handed her my keys, who posted pictures flaunting my home. You didn't just take the apartment, I said. You took my silence for weakness, my sacrifice for failure. Now you want forgiveness, not because you're sorry, but because the lie collapsed. She sobbed quietly. I opened a drawer and slid a folder across the desk. This is a lease, I said. Not for that unit, another one. Smaller. Older. Nothing fancy. You can rent it. If you can afford it. Her eyes filled. You'd do that for me? I shook my head. Not for you. For the part of you that might finally learn what it means to earn something. She left without signing. But 3 months later, her name appeared on the building's rental board. No wedding. No rich husband. Just Ashley, starting over. As for my parents, they reached out weeks later. Said they were proud of me. That they always believed. I left their messages on read. Some apologies don't deserve attention. They deserve silence. Now, when I walk into that building, people stand. The doormen nod. Tenants greet me by name. And the sister who once looked down on me? She rides the elevator I built to reach a floor I once slept on. But me? I take the stairs, because I never forget where I started, and I never stop climbing.